on pretty. Leaving my mark like a I see no biggie. Call me Hillary, stay at the bank. Making moves like I'm hot in the shank. I'm low key, but I pop out in blank. This bun on my knife, I'm trying to look. They do not cover me. Fake, I can't keep no company. Only the real respect my honest. So watch how you coming if you're under me. I'm with it in Rex involved. I they texting calls. Just run me that. Making no sense at all. They bounce like a basketball. Your boo never coming back. This go stupid, go dumb. Told that boy you gotta pay for some. I sit on no throne, you they taking none. You bragging on pants, I make for fun. I see no biggie. Honestly, I see no biggie. Pay the heavy on pretty. You mad while I'm getting busy. Country girl running your city. Attitude bad off the Diddy. He only 2 times in the.
It's week 17 of the. Set to go now on a wet and rainy night. And off we go from Nashville. Taking it about the 1. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So the Titans set to go to work for the first time. They'll be led out by Deshaun Watson. Of course, he won a national title at Clemson and already has 3 Pro Bowls under his belt in the National Football League.
I like this guy. And the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
Pretty much unreal, not just in terms of yardage, Charles, but also throw in the 3 touchdowns as well.
When you put the whole package together, I can make you a pretty good guarantee right now. He's going to see a few more people in the box every time he lines up.
Yeah, I don't think that the defense has any choice. They've got to stop him. Can't let a repeat performance like that.
Agreed.
The time is cold. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. The Titans had 6 and 9 to start play. They coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Inside handoff, Henry. Always got some. Derrick Henry all alone. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry becoming just the 2nd player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And the Titans will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Footing always a concern, but the extra points up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. This one will come out to the 25 as Pollard is going to elect not to return it. Dak Prescott and Dallas taking the field for their first possession. Dak now in his 7th season in charge of the Cowboys. 2-time Pro Bowler. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The numbers for Zeke from last week. 11 carries, 55 yards.
Well, obviously he didn't have a great deal of time between games, having to turn around on a short week and get ready for Thursday night football. But he said in pregame he was feeling pretty good and felt more recovered from last week's contest than he would have expected. Didn't seem to think this short week was going to affect him much as he chases a big performance here in prime time.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be Titan football. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Hey, you're impressed,
And I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken.
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games? Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadruple. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Next, the receivers don't spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
4 yards the pickup, first down. First carry of the game for Hassan Haskins. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
91 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ballgame. With that last carry, he's now over 8,000 career rushing yards.
All right, big applause. Lots of clapping for this one, right? Think about it this way. Along the way, he has passed Hall of Famer Terrell Davis, and now he's starting to approach another Hall of Famer in Larry Zonka.
7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Henry will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Henry again. Yeah, this time he'll get down close to the goal line, but not quite in as he stopped at the 1-yard line. Trying to punch it in with Henry. Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. Now a timeout called for by the offense. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. They'll run. It's Henry. And he's in for the score. And his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
Bullock good on the extra point. And it's now 14-0. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. And listen, these Thursday night games, they're tough on the body. You just played on Sunday, 72 hours later. Hey, it's game day again, but I have to think a Thursday night game in September much more preferable than a Thursday nighter in December, no?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. You mentioned how tough it is on the body. How about the mind? You're already tired, fatigued, right? Trying to battle for playoff spots. And here you have the quick turnaround. Now, the flip side is, if you take care of business, win that Thursday nighter, you go into a mini open week. Gives you a few extra days to heal up the body and the mind before you play your next game.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Prescott. A dump off to Elliott. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. This looks like a roughing call. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. And some room to run now. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Well, that flag puts them on their heels a little bit more defensively as the officials walk it upfield.
Yeah, and they can blame the officials all they want, but bottom line, it's their own fault because, to me, that was an avoidable call. Stay focused and avoid major mistakes like that.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Dak's going to keep it. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. The tally there, -2 yards. Brings up 3rd down.
Well, that's going to bring up a big call now because he's unable to make the play himself on 2nd down. Now you just have to wonder, will they keep the ball in his hands on 3rd down?
This Titan defense, they just will not give in easily. Looking for another stop, 3rd and goal. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Speedster Raheem Mostert and the rest of this offense out to start the drive. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the 2nd quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Quick throw here to Hilton. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And this is going to be a Titans 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. 108 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. They keep it with Henry on first down. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Henry. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And some room to maneuver. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards. For a lot of people, the MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week. They're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think. Yeah, it's not just the consistency. It's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done. Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive. And he powers through the first lane, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage. They'll run again. Pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. This Cowboy defense trying to hold him out of the end zone. They've run it to 3rd and goal. They'll run with Mostert. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here's Watson on the sneak, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Deshaun Watson with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Titans' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the lead is up to 18 now. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And the final act belonged to Deshaun Watson in his touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back? Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe. And he coughed it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain? I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Watson. Open is Swaim, the tight end. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Here's Watson. Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to have it here just past the 25. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Prescott, complete to Washington. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Prescott looks to throw on first. And he'll get it right back to Washington. He's got room at the 30. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. This is up and good from Pinheiro. And that'll get the deficit down to 15. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he's going to lose yardage. Not that it matters as the final seconds tick away. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you. Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Cowboy offense set to go to begin this third quarter. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives. Try and slow things down a little bit.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Prescott from the gun. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Corey Peters slipping in and getting the sack. Here's Brian Anger now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. Out come the Titans now. They'll have it first on offense to start the third. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. And the busy night for Henry continues. And some space here. They nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 159 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Well, now they'll try the end around. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It was Anthony Barr that time who got in there and made the play.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Watson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Prescott steps away to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Prescott. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. To the air again, Prescott. Over the middle, complete. It's Washington. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. A 1st down throw for Prescott. Pressure comes, and down he goes. Danico Autry in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. From the shotgun again to Elliott. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He'll give up 6 yards there on the loss, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Dallas. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Now Deshaun Watson and his offense heading back out there. Interesting stat line right now. Technically, he's completed 4 passes, 2 to his team and then 2 to the wrong team.
It makes you wonder what he's seeing downfield because he has completed 2 passes to his own team, but the interceptions are troubling. Is he going through the wrong reads, the wrong progressions? Is he getting fooled by defenses? They've got to figure that out over on the sidelines, working on that Surface Pro to see what they see.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run it again with Henry. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 173 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
A 1st down kick and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. And that's caught left side. It's Woods.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Throwing on third down, Watson. Another targeting catch for Robert Woods. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Back now in Nashville. It's the Titans. They've got the football. They'll be looking to extend their lead here as we begin the fourth quarter. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47. A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Henry up the middle. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. The offense on third down tonight, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. They'll run forward with Henry. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. Derrick Henry denied here on 4th down. And the Cowboys defense is going to get him the football back. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Here's Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Prescott now from the 50. Got his man there complete to Gallup. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 34-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Elliott. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 in 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. To throw is Prescott. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys! Michael Gallup, 30 yards. And the Cowboys are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Piñeiro's extra point up and good, as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. But ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Tennessee offense making their way out onto the field as you take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. Well, including this week, 3 weeks remain in the regular season, Charles, and it is going to be interesting to see how this playoff picture sorts itself out before we head into the postseason.
Competitive, entertaining postseason, that's what we're always striving for. But I think we get it during the regular season, too, because you never know how things are going to go during the final weeks of the season. Every team pulling out all the stops to get a better seed or just to get one of those 7 seats at the table.
They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28. This defense really clamping down. Although they're losing the game still, this second half has been theirs.
And they're winning it. I almost equate it to being a boxer. And whenever you see a good fight, The guy who is on his toes and doing the punching, that's the guy who's winning, and that's the way they're going at it defensively now. Much more aggressive in their calls, much more aggressive in their pursuit.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Dallas offense set for this next drive. And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt. And now a chance to tie the game on this possession. Meanwhile, Dak's throw pulled in by Lamb. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. Now Prescott. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Prescott. Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. Picked off by Christian Fulton. And the Titans are going to take possession of the football.
Mark, I think this one won't arrive very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Inside handoff, Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Now a handoff to Henry. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A solid stiff arm. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Again to Henry. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Derrick Henry. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Derrick Henry with a milestone career touchdown number 100. Joining Curtis Martin and Franco Harris at the century mark as he continues to climb the all-time list. And the Titans are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. So that drives 7 plays in length. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. So Dak and the Cowboys down by 15. 80 seconds remaining. They're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Prescott. Buying time to his left. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Amani Hooker. And the Titans are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
Second down, they go again with Henry. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. Now it's Henry. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. From the 2 now, second and goal. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Derrick Henry taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Titans have put this one to bed here in the fourth quarter. Bullet good on the extra point. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory, and they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree, matched up against a top 5 defensive unit in the league, and they pretty much had their way.
Yeah, that was...
Got your best friend hanging out the arm though. Got game like I'm dropping me a console. No, I don't swim, but I give a nah flex. While you there looking depressed, feel to get up in your chest while I soak up my success, getting tokens for your stress. I be making all the checks anytime you see me step on a stage, acting real soft like my skin coming beige. Gonna step out and with him, girl, you fake. Try to get it out, what you handsome, you ain't dance on. Tell your boyfriend go and put your pants on. Down, the best friend. She went and did the same thing. I'm really mad, but she won't know. Everything has gotta be cool when we living so cold. Feel it in your bones. You ain't gonna feel it till I'm gone. Caught up in your feelings, now you froze. And everything around you getting cold. The chillers in my bones. Caught up in my feelings, now I'm froze. I don't really feel it till you gone. And everything around me getting I'm gonzo, headed where the homie live, cause it's on, yo. I was chasing 3 women like I'm Mojo Jojo, so my girl got mad and she my bro. Monica, you're wrong, though. That's against a bro code. Headed to his home, though. No, we living solo. Vertebrae, got this broken to his place. It's shit in his face, yeah. From then I say it's evidence you entertain my loyalty to infiltrate. The only woman that I claim to risk your life to get some strange. All my anger is a pain. You didn't know that I'm a saint. I will blow your up, then I again. Cold. Feel it in your bones. You ain't gonna feel it till I'm gone. Caught up in your feelings, now you froze. And everything around you getting cold. The chillers in my bones. Caught up in my feelings, now I'm froze. I don't really feel it till you gone. And everything around me getting cold.
Why would I ever have to cop a chain again when the QB chain birthed most of change in the game? No post office, we stamping time. Took a slice out of the big apple, made apple pies, family size. Leather bombers and Nike Sakai.